this painting at a time when I was going through a really tough breakup. So vulnerably, this is back to the verse that says, a time to kill and a time to heal. This was a way that I healed. It was my opportunity to paint my feelings away. And the breakup was that deep of a breakup where one of my best friends came to be with me in Philadelphia at the time, and just to be present. You know, men don't know how to show our love to one another in certain ways, and we're still learning the language of emotions between each other. And that's another issue for Black men that we'll have to discuss another time. However, I appreciate Rohan so much for being who he is and his presence during that time period, because that was actually the first time I let someone truly capture my process. So Rohan is a phenomenal photographer, and he at the time just said, I'm going to bring the camera down. Oh, you're working on this. He took pictures of me toning the canvas, which I'll pop up when I do this video editing, of drawing the outline on the canvas, working on having the iPad to the side of me for the reference photo, just my process that is still in existence today. It's still the things I'm doing 5 years later. And I just appreciate him for capturing that moment, but also being with me during a time of healing, during a time when I felt stripped of a lot of what my identity was up until that point through being in a relationship with that individual. So I put so much into Ecclesiastes 3. It is one of those verses that, again, even if you are not an individual who subscribes to Christianity, it is a framework for a conception of time and understanding that there are going to be decisions that you will have to make as you move forward through time, and there is always going to be a time and a season. Quite honestly, this feels like my season. I have never been as creative as I have been recently. I have never been as focused as I have been recently. The air of possibility is filling my lungs, whereas the air of America wants to smolder me and choke me out. So I am feeling so empowered recently, and feeling that I have been given purpose and vision and direction, and my footsteps have been aligned to a goal, that this truly has been my time and my season. So I'm inviting you into this sacred space. I'm giving you my testimony in many regards, and I want you all to walk with me on this journey forward looking, no longer sitting here picking and toiling. What am I getting from my toil? But doing the work that I want to do to be a nation builder and build with my community. So I am the artist currently known as Zan Truluck. This is my shirt from a Black-owned business, J. Mamu. These are my shorts from my Black realtor and good friend, Dr. Randy Bell, also clothing line owner, obviously, The Great Clothing Co. And this has been my studio. You all have a good evening.